Cool girls and pick-me's are really dangerous. I will die on that hill because they will put you in danger. I've gotten a lot of blowback from criticizing Dax and Kristen. I actually had to private all the videos because they kept getting reported. So I'm not going to talk about them. I'm going to talk about the larger topic. And I say this as a recovering cool girl and someone who is still learning to decenter men and still being challenged every day on how to do that more. So remember, you can both be a victim of patriarchy and someone who enables patriarchy at the same time. You can be suffering from something and being abused by something, and at the same time actively participating in something that is harming other people and putting them in danger. Let me give you an example. I wouldn't call her a friend. I'd say more an acquaintance. She was in a friend group, friends with one of my friends. She had a housewarming party, and she invited a dude that was very problematic to that housewarming party. And no one else would say it, so I said it. I was like, is so-and-so coming? Because I find that guy to be pretty dangerous and problematic, and if he's gonna be there, I'm not coming. And she started making excuses for him, like, oh, well, he's probably not coming till late, you know, and I'm sure it'll be fine, blah, blah, blah. This man, who she was inviting to her party, had attempted to grape one of this woman's friends. Now, this woman had forgiven him for doing that to her and continued to hang out with him, which I also find relatable and frustrating and enraging, and yet I get it. You know what I mean? Like, all these things are at the same time. Somebody who was groomed from an early age to make excuses for men and enable their behavior and put myself in harm's way and even put other people in harm's way, particularly other women. I know what it's like to be existing as a walking hypocrite. I know what it's like to live with that level of delusion where you are a strong, confident woman, a feminist, blah, blah, blah. And at the same time, let men you know treat you or other people like crap. So I'm not like, they're all bad. I'm saying that part of fighting against patriarchy, dismantling this system and all these systems of oppression, is to realize that thinking of it as good or bad or like the enemy and the hero is not working out for us. It's not going to do anything. We're all complicit in this on some level because we've all internalized these systems, and some of us are farther along on our, path of trying to get out of this hellhole than others. And it doesn't mean any of us are better than others. There's a lot of people I'm like, God, I want what she has. I hope that I can think and act that way one day, and I continue to work on it. But I don't idolize those people, and I also try not to judge people. And I do still, of course, and that's coming from my own self-judgment. I still judge women who are centering men. I try hard not to because I know what it's like to be that. But just because I have empathy for them doesn't mean I'm not allowed to call out that behavior. So this woman kept making excuses for this man. Now, mind you, not only had this man attempted to grape one of my friends when he was really drunk, and everyone just brushed it off as, well, he was really drunk. So she had also invited him to a party that I was at before I realized that this man is dangerous, where he hit on me the entire party. And I kept saying, I kept trying to, that thing that we do where it's like, okay, if you're not going to take my consent seriously, my boundaries seriously, maybe you'll take a man's boundaries seriously. And I kept being like, I'm married, happily married, not interested. I had to tell this man so many times, and he still kept grabbing my feet, trying to massage my feet, and I was just like, ugh. I kept trying to get away from this man, and he kept preying on me. He could probably smell my still unhealed trauma from childhood, where I swear I had a target on my forehead that says you can do whatever you want to me and I'll let you do it because I don't realize that I have autonomy and I don't have to take it. I know that target is still there. It's becoming less and less visible, but predators, they can smell it. So I had, and I had told my husband about it. This was an overnight party. I stayed there. I was up till 5 a.m. I had a good time except for this man. And he ruined the party for me, honestly. So I told my husband later, I was like, I'll never, ever go to a party that man's at. And, Anthony was like, yeah, I don't ever want to see that man. I don't want to see his face because I'm really upset that he wasn't respecting your consent. I'm honestly a little afraid of to be around him because Anthony has never gotten in a fight in his life, but he is really protective of me because he knows how many men have traumatized me. It makes him so angry that any man would continue to try to traumatize me, married or not, right? But he knows how men are. He knows what patriarchy is like. He knows that every time I go to the beach, which is one reason why I'm not there now, because I know there's a bunch of men there and they're going to hit on me. Even if I put on my headphones and pretend to have something that'll block them, they don't care. And some days I just don't want to deal with it. Instead of going to the beach because it's a hot day, I'm just sitting in the grass in the middle of nowhere because I don't want to deal with men. So when I got invited to go to this party where this known predator was going, I just had to miss the party because she would not uninvite this man. And I haven't hung out with her since, really, because I set like a really hard boundary, not for her. I'm not going to tell her who she can invite to her party or not. For myself, I will not go to a party where anyone invites that man. And I explicitly, in a private message, instead of the group chat, because I said enough in the group chat, I just said, look, this man is a predator, and especially when he's drinking. And I refuse to go to any party where he's gonna be, because I don't think you should be inviting men like that, putting your friends in danger. So if if he's coming, I'm not. It's not like an ultimatum, like, nah. It's more like I refuse to go to a party that y'all are gonna invite this man to. And it was a good lesson for me because I don't think I've ever so explicitly laid out to another woman why I am not going to be in a situation. Before I may just go because I know that someone's there or like whatever. I just kind of passively didn't enable the behavior of women enabling dangerous men. But I'm tired of passively doing it. I'm going to spell it out for you. I am not going because this man is dangerous and I refuse to be in the same room with him. If you want to still invite him, great. But I'll have to catch the next one as long as he's not coming. So yeah, I haven't been invited to a party since. And honestly, I don't care. I don't want to hang out with women who will put a predator above the safety of their friends. And you shouldn't either. The more we enable women to enable men, the longer we're stuck in this. This woman clearly needs to do some more healing. I have nothing against her, but I will not put myself in a situation that's going to make me uncomfortable and also have to watch this man prey on other women. I won't do it. So we talk a lot about men enabling other men to be predators in their friend group. It's not just men who are doing it. I've seen this so much, y'all. So many women will continue to hang out with men who they know are problematic. They don't want to hurt their feelings, whatever the excuse is. Again, I understand that level of thinking, that cognitive dissonance, that just living hypocrite. And because that social conditioning is so deep, just because I empathize with it and understand it doesn't mean that I have to be quiet about it or accept it. And neither do you. Center yourself and your safety, because when cool girls and pick-me's will throw you under the bus on a dime in order to be cool or get picked. And even if that is completely based in trauma, it doesn't excuse it. Center your safety.